Yet again my father looked at his watch and said, "Criminy, this'll have to be a fast one." By now I couldn't see the trail. There was no point in trying. I stuck close behind him and did what he did, and somehow made it to the bottom without sailing off a cliff. We returned our skis, and my father put chains on the Austin Healy, while I swayed from foot to foot, clapping my mittens and wishing I was home. I could see everything, the green tablecloth, the plates with the holly pattern, the red candles waiting to be lit. We passed a diner on our way out. "You want some soup?" my father asked. I shook my head. "Buck up," he said. "I'll get you there. Right, Doctor?" I was supposed to say, "Right, Doctor," but I didn't say anything. A state trooper waved us down outside the resort, where a pair of sawhorses blocked the road. He came up to our car and bent down to my father's window, his face bleached by the cold, snowflakes clinging to his eyebrows and to the fur trim of his jacket and cap. "Don't tell me," my father said. The trooper told him. The road was closed. It might get cleared, it might not. Storm took everyone by surprise. Hard to get people moving. Christmas Eve. What can you do? My father said, "Look, we're talking about 5-6 inches. I've taken this car through worse than that." The trooper straightened up. His face was out of sight, but I could hear him. "The road is closed." My father sat with both hands on the wheel, rubbing the wood with his thumbs. He looked at the barricade for a long time. He seemed to be trying to master the idea of it. Then he thanked the trooper, and with a weird old maidy show of caution turned the car around. "Your mother will never forgive me for this," he said. "We should have left this morning," I said. "Doctor?" He didn't speak to me again until we were in a booth at the diner, waiting for our burgers. "She won't forgive me," he said. "Do you understand? Never." "I guess," I said, though no guesswork was required. She wouldn't forgive him. "I can't let that happen." He bent toward me. "I'll tell you what I want. I want us all to be together again. Is that what you want?" "Yes, sir." He bumped my chin with his knuckles. That's all I needed to hear. When we finished eating, he went to the payphone in the back of the diner, then joined me in the booth again. I figured he'd called my mother, but he didn't give a report. He sipped at his coffee and stared out the window at the empty road. Come on, he said, though not to me. A little while later, he said it again. When the trooper's car went past, lights flashing, he got up and dropped some money on the check. "Okay, vamonos." The wind had died. The snow was falling straight down, less of it now and lighter. We drove away from the resort, right up to the barricade. "Move it," my father told me. When I looked at him, he said, "What are you waiting for?" I got out and dragged one of the sawhorses aside, then put it back after he drove through. He pushed the door open for me. "Now you're an accomplice," he said. "We go down together." He put the car into gear and gave me a look. "Joke, son." Down the first long stretch, I watched the road behind us to see if the trooper was on our tail. The barricade vanished. Then there was nothing but snow. Snow on the road, snow kicking up from the chains, snow on the trees, snow in the sky, and our trail in the snow. Then I faced forward and had a shock. There were no tracks ahead of us. My father was breaking virgin snow between tall tree lines. He was humming "Stars Fell on Alabama." I felt snow brush along the floorboards under my feet. To keep my hands from shaking, I clamped them between my knees. My father grunted thoughtfully and said, "Don't ever try this yourself." "I won't." "That's what you say now, but someday you'll get your license and then you'll think you can do anything. Only you won't be able to do this. You need, a certain instinct." "Maybe I have it." "You don't. You have your strong points, sure, just not this. I only mentioned it because I don't want you to get the idea this is something anybody can do. I'm a great driver. That's not a virtue, okay? It's just a fact, and one you should be aware of. Of course, you have to give the old heap some credit, too. There aren't many cars I'd try this with. Listen." I did listen. I heard the slap of the chains, the stiff, jerky rasp of the wipers, the purr of the engine. It really did purr. The old heap was almost new. My father couldn't afford it and kept promising to